Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Javon Keys. Jamaica's economy grew by 5.9% for the July to September quarter. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin says third quarter gross domestic product GDP growth was linked to a 6% increase in the services industry. Real value added for the goods producing industry increased by 5.6% for the period. Statin says the performance reflects the continued recovery of the economy from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The GDP outturn also exceeded projections by the Planning Institute of Jamaica PIOJ. In November, the entity estimated that growth for the July to September period would amount to 4.3%. Statin says GDP for all services industries rose during the period when compared to the same quarter in 2021. The hotels and restaurants industry also grew due to increased activities in hotels and other short-stay accommodation and restaurants. Accommodation was positively impacted by a 49.2% increase in foreign national arrivals during the period. Some more news from Statin now. The cost to produce outputs in the manufacturing industry fell in the month of November. The producer price index for the sector was down 0.3%. Statin says the main contributor to the drop was a 1.4% decline in the cost of fuel. The industry's movement was, however, slightly tempered by a 0.1% increase in the index for the major group rubber and plastic products. November's producer price index movement brought the point-to-point index for the manufacturing industry to 13.1%. And some company news now. The initial public offer IPO for Image Plus Consultants, which trades as Apex Radiology, is now closed. The disclosure was made on the Jamaica Stock Exchange's website today. The offer of 247.8 million shares on the JSE's junior market was oversubscribed. It opened on December 28, that's yesterday. Now the company plans to raise up to $495.8 million with shares sold at $2 each. Only 182.8 million shares were being sold to the general public. The remaining are reserved for special groups to include key shareholders and employees. The basis of allotment should be released in a matter of days. Now, JMB Group was the lead broker on the deal. And Mayberry Investment says all subscribers in the fourth tranche of its $1.25 billion bond will get their full allotment. That is, once the submission was made by 4 p.m. on Friday, December 23. The company announced on that same day that the offer was oversubscribed. The three other tranches, however, to the bond remain open. Mayberry is seeking to raise up to 7 billion Jamaican dollars. And at the closing of the currency market for 2022, the US dollar is being sold for an average $152.05. $108.49 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar, $182.09 for the pound, while it's costing an average $165.07 for the euro. And the final day of trading for the stock market saw the JSE index increase by 4,673 points today, while the junior market index rose by 75 points. Among the winners were Blue Power Group, Stanley Motor, Lumber Depot, the Limner and Bars, The Lab, and Key Insurance. The losers included T-Tech, Dolphin Cove, iCreate, Consolidated Bakeries Jamaica, and Guardian Holdings. And that's the Financial Week. I'm Javon Keys. Good evening.